is concerned, the former impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua says he has 7 million votes from Mount Kenya. Are you one of them?
No. And my wife confirmed that she is not part of it. By the way, the more interesting one is the Gen Z in my family who said, jamaa anatubebaje. You know, I don't know what that's the language, anatubebaje. Yani anatuonaje. Because that's a very demeaning statement. And we must be careful not to think so poorly of the intelligence level of Kenyans from any part of this country.
And even if the figures are figuratively exaggerated, his reference is that he is the political leader of the mountain. You dispute that?
I mean, he is a leader within the mountain. That's not a question.
The de facto political leader.
That's not an issue. And there are many other political leaders in the mountain. Even Moses Kuria is a political leader in the mountain. But the thing is that the mountain legion, like the Lake Legion and the Coast Legion, Rift Valley Legion, are all parts of this country, and any Kenyan is free to go and campaign in those areas. This issue of trying to balkanize a legion is not useful to people coming from whichever region that you are trying to balkanize that region from. You can create hatred towards that region and bad feeling towards that region. And those of us who think that you can campaign on a regional basis are best back in the KANU days. This is where we used to hear, this is a KANU zone. Those are very, very scary statements, even my state of minds, knowing where you've come from.
But when I
remember,
a man who is on the record,
just a minute.
Let me ask so that I allow you to respond. Yeah. For a man who is on the record saying that he was betrayed politically, if he is boasting of a political marshalling support, is there a problem with that?
He was betrayed?
Within the Kenya Kwanza setup.
Now, that's a debate. If that is a kind of mentality that was within the Kenya setup, no wonder they have not settled to date, and we will not want to use that as a platform to think of thinking on moving forward. Remember, during Kibaki's time, I don't know whether you must have been very young, we used to have political tourism. That was a term that was coined by KANU to try and hold people within their own constituencies. They never wanted Kibaki's influence outside Othaya. So they called him political tourist, and they was just trying to confine him to Othaya so that they delayed his presidency. If it wasn't for those kind of schemes, including similar things I'm hearing from Gachagua, Kibaki would possibly have become a president much earlier than 2002. I see Gachagua applying the same kind of tactics towards Jubilee and Matiang'i, trying to blackmail him, bully him out of a region, and try and delay his presidency. And I don't see that working, because you cannot bully people the way we were bullied by KANU those days. So we can see through some of the things that they are trying to do. And when we say that we are going to have the NDC, you saw them get so scared. You heard what Marara was saying, calling us lead wheelbarrow, and this lead wheelbarrow, if it is unfailed, it is coming to threaten DCP. DCP found Jubilee having run a country for 10 years. Gachagua found us in the opposition. I was wearing sufuria, he called me a Mogoroki. Sasa hii mwenda wazimu amekuja tao. Hayuko huko alikuwa. He came to my area, by the way, and made my fellows, my colleagues in the village there to kneel atuaniombe kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa mwenda wazimu. And he is now trying to tell us, by the way, you know this piece of paper, which I don't want to take a lot of your time. This is a list of unclaimed bodies. 295 of them were advertised by Sakaja. And these bodies were, these are Kenyans who died during the demonstrations. Part of these demonstrations happened when some of these people were in government. They have never said anything about it. And we are now burying them with a tractor. So you cannot come to the opposition and then start bullying us like there's nothing we were doing. You are doing press-ups when you are beating us with tear gas.
And you dispute his claim that he has 7 million people politically backing him from the mountain.
I mean, I cannot, that's an issue I do not want to engage in, There are many things people say, and you are happy saying it. That's not an issue that I think should occupy Kenyans. Si alisema ako nafugua na beba kwa mfuko, ameweka kwa mfuko. Can you imagine you talking about that of a section of this country at this time? And he was proved wrong by these young Kenyans, patriotic Kenyans, who went all the way to Othaya to see the young man called Karuma.
Actually, that was our top
over 1,000 of them from all over this country. They never bothered to find out who had the keys to Othaya. They went to bail out one of their own.
We are talking
that's the spirit.